Hello. Oh god, I didn't realize we'd been sitting in that mode for quite so long. I've been emailing a company about their shoddy service. It's fun. About apparently delivered orders and such things. It's been very tedious, I don't mind telling you. Anyway, so that is that. But yes, happy Tuesday. It is another day. It is another day in paradise, and we should be doing some painting. Heaven forbid. I wonder why. So I had 3 orders coming today. Sorry, I've got to get this off my chest. I'm really irritated. We had 3 orders coming today. One, which was paint, which I admittedly ordered about 3 months ago. Yeah, basically 3 months ago. But it was held up because of a couple of items weren't in stock. One of the items was in stock finally, so I said, look, split the other one off. Send me the stuff. Thanks, I need the paint. Paint was due to arrive today. My brothers had sent me a present, and that was due to arrive. And then I ordered some like protein stuff, so I can get back on the protein milkshake. Instead of like having cheese sandwiches, which is really not very good. Delicious, but not great. It's just been a complete catastrophe with delivery in general. Every Royal Mail trash. Generally Royal Mail's pretty good. Every always trash. I think in virtually all encounters with that company, it's been a complete disaster. I don't know why they use it. It must be really cheap. Unfortunately, it's ruining their reputation. So, you know, cheap isn't always good. Update delivery options. I see there is an update delivery options for one of the things. Pending. We will ponder that. I will ponder that while I... Unable to attempt delivery. That was a weird... It was pending, unable to attempt delivery. I thought you couldn't even be bothered. No one came to the door. They said they attempted. They would have to get to the door to try and press the button or knock on the door. But there was no even attempt. I just don't think they could be bothered. And yeah, I suspect it's probably too much delivery. Unfortunately, tomorrow's my birthday, so they're going to fail tomorrow because I'm out when they deliver in this area. So yesterday's stress has now continued into an entirely new level of stress. Fun. However, we've got paintbrushes. We've got Skaven to paint. What's not to like? Where is my Discord? Discord, I'll get it onto the stream only part of it. Stream chat. So, we are going to have a look at some ratties. Skaven paint schemes. Paint schemes. I hadn't really thought about it, truth be told. I have not had a chance to think. Excuse me. I don't even know what that noise was. We'll find. I'm going to find some paint schemes, and we'll have a little rumble around and see what's what when it comes to paint. The grey and orange. This paint scheme, I was thinking grey and orange yesterday. Unfortunately, the orange paint was supposed to arrive today. That's out of stock. It's been, I've just generally the last week has been, well, just over the weekend, Thursday, Friday, and just been incredibly exhausting and frustrating in general. We're only doing a test scheme. We're not sticking to this. We don't have to necessarily stick to what we paint today. But I would certainly be tempted by, like, grey fur. We can go with a darker skin tone than we're painting right now, and then orange, because I think this is a really nice look. Grey and orange, always a good choice. And then we can go like ivory as well for secondary colors. So bearing in mind, do I have any? I have an orange. Well, actually, I have got magma flat. What's it? Magmadroth Flame, which is, I don't know if that's supposed to be orange or weird red. And we got Griffhound Thingamajiggle red. General plan was to slap on some of this and then go on with the paint, which was supposed to arrive today, and unfortunately, as has been said, the orange hasn't arrived. So I think we'll be going with the red scheme that we initially planned, but I think full on army wise, grey and orange might be the choice. However, let's see if there's anything else here, and I hope to God it's all PG. So we're going to go with red. That's the general gist of it. That's the same orange, I reckon. Right here, it looks like the same orange. We've still got this bit of scenery to paint. We've still got this bit of scenery to paint. I have no idea what colour to paint it, but that does look... What's not to like? And... I mean, this is like we've got skillful painters from the community. I mean, this is nice. I do like it. Not wildly keen on this version. Not quite for me. What else do they have? More of their paintings. I do like that bit of scenery though, with the ridiculous glow. This is nice. Who is it? Oh. Yeah, Demon Rich's stuff is nice. So I suspect we won't be going this for army painting, as much as obviously we'd love to be able to paint remotely like he does. This is just a test for today, so I'm not. I need to relax about this. Bit of yellow. We got lots of yellow covered by our Imperial Fists. So I don't think we really need to worry about yellow. Orange is vaguely close to yellow. Where's the rest of the image there? Not even included. Okay, that's another ratty, and there's one more ratty right here. Darker red. Darcy's got... Do you like this dark, this black incubi darkness stuff? Ah, here we go. Some red armor. That's a bit too dark. Yellow. Yeah, I'm not massively sold on those. Who is this? Pin. That's got some green glowy stuff. Well, we obviously like the warpstone. Always a good time. I do really like this. What is this? Bronze? I love this color, this blue, or this is just fantastic. Absolutely love that. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I like it a lot. Also, Skaven, surname, very suitable. They've actually stuck some furry bits on this rat. I'm not massively keen on it, but it is furry bits. Got more yellow. Okay, so that's that. Get rid of that. Let's just have a quick look on some other color schemes. I'm still jiggling this orange. It might, I don't know. I think I'll have to test it potentially on the face that I printed there. But I really want to paint that red. As old Notley have to say. Wait for that to load up. Trying not to do purple. That's the main thing. I said I was going to do a video, watch a video last night, and I completely forgot about it. It's great. White armor and purple is always a good look. It's always a good look. Now, I was planning on doing exactly this for my Custodes if and when I ever get around to it, but that's a future problem. That's very plaguey. Trying not to do purple. The orange again. Okay, so what have they got orange-wise? So Gryph-hound orange. Iyanden yellow and Fireslayer flesh. Now, I don't know if that Fireslayer flesh was in that order, I think. I'm going to have to double check the order. This is an absolute catastrophe. Been utter catastrophe these last few weeks. Well, this last week in particular. So we might have to... Oh, you know what? I tell a lie. That was not in the order at all. I haven't made the order yet. It's still in the cart to go. So that's my bad. I remember I got Fireslayer flesh, Militarum green, Krieg khaki, Deathcore drab in a cart ready to go, and fuchsia. I don't have yet. So I do need to make this order at some point. So I'm okay. Then they go Fire Dragon Bright, Ungol flesh, Nice. I do like it. But the orange I was waiting for was one from Proacryl. Well, it was that. It was, I believe it was that. The Nova orange. It was called. Yellow and black. I'm gonna. Ooh, I like this green. I like this green. Striking Scorpion green. We could potentially do that. So I'm going to put those two oranges away. The other thing I was thinking was either Blood Angels red. Slapping on some Blood Angels red. Although this Striking Scorpions green is ridiculous. Very jazzy. Let's have a look at the miniature, and then I will ponder. I will ponder things slowly. My brain starts to evaporate. We got our little. Hey, Leroy, how's it going, dude? Happy Tuesday to you. I hope you're doing well. Hope your day is going better than mine. So we got our little rat man. We got some furry bits to paint, a little bit. Like, his skin is okay, but I mean, it obviously needs work. Hey, Solo. That is one great. It is a green rat, yeah. How's it going, Solo? I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday to you all. We just ponder. I mean, red and green should never be seen. That was the general rule. We could do a red banner and green armor. That might be too horrific. We could do a subdued banner and jazzy armor. We could do a subdued red. We could do a subdued red and then jazzy green armor, or vice versa. Jazzy red and subdued armor, or hold on, we can do red banner and green armor, or vice versa. That's basically it. Well, Leroy, this is the thing. I just saw this. Just as an idea. I mean, this is only like a bit of fun, right? There's not a huge amount of green. Yes, was it the rats? Thank you so much for the sweet follow. Hello there. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Going on. Hope you're well. Red and green is the ultimate cringe. I know. Well, the thing is, when I was at art college, right, it was red and green should never be seen together. Although then again, Freddy Krueger and Christmas are both all about red and green at the same time. So, you know, some cultural icons in one way or another are all about red and green, and I'm probably other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. It's only Christmas and Freddy Krueger. Don't forget Freddy. All right. The green does look. It does look good, doesn't it? It's a really nice. So I'm very frustrated. Then it's all just earthy colors. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. This mini is only a test miniature. I printed it out. It's from Highland Miniatures. I have a license to sell Highland Miniatures 3D prints, which is what I do. So I printed them out and thought, you know what, we need to start printing out something that we can sell every month, and then painting it up, and then sticking it on the shop. But I do have my own Skaven, and I honestly, I genuinely think the Skaven that I would like to paint, hello, is this grey, sort of furry bits and darker skin and really nice orange armor. That's what I reckon. I reckon these boys are dead jazzy. I really like it. That is an awesome grey. I've never used it before, so I'm kind of tempted. So I think if and when we get around to my own Skaven, they will end up this color. But I thought, seeing as the paint that I had ordered had not arrived today, we will have to go with something else. So, this is Vincent Notley right here. The armor is these colors. Striking Scorpion Green, Plague Bearer Flesh. I'm not entirely sure what he does with the Plague Bearer Flesh, but okay. Moot Green, Phalanx Yellow. Highlight. Yellow, yellow, yellow. But I got to do some furry bits. Gore Grunter Fur and Wildwood. What we're doing. We're just going to basically yoink a bunch of his stuff. Yoink! And I'll say thank you very much later to him. But I don't think I've used Striking Scorpion Green before, so I'm looking forward to it. Stabby, what's up, going? I'm so sorry. I've had a really miserable few days. I've had a really miserable few days waiting on, like, it's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm waiting on a couple of presents to arrive. And they were supposed to arrive yesterday and today. Thank you so much for smashing that subscribe button on YouTube. YouTube, thank you very much. You're a legend. I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm going to need that recipe you posted in your Discord. The green one, I will absolutely, yes. This is Vincent Notley. I am going to basically yoink it. For my own nefarious deeds. I will put it in my Discord. I need to write a chat. I need to basically, I need to get I will do this one time, okay? I need to come up with my own recipe channel. Recipe chat thread thing. Okay, now I'm back into stream chat on Discord where I stay. Grungy orange. I did grungy orange cloth, white armor with grime for death grungy. How did you like it? Were you all about it? You've not painted in over a year? That's all right. Sometimes you just need a break. You can't always be painting. I checked. Gore Gruns of Fur. That's not the right color. Where are we? That's Garragrax Sewer. That's Snakebite Leather. What the... All right. We got Wildwood, and we got some Gore Grunter. This is going to be a disaster, by the way, just to let you know. It's going to be a complete and utter disaster. Actually, you know what I want to do? Just before we get stuck into it, I'm going to paint this red. I just want to paint it red. This is a topper that I printed out. So I'm going to paint it this red and then glue it on. So I know what it looks like. Death Guard. Oh! I'm with you now. You were using those two for fantasy orcs? Well, my fantasy orcs, I think I'm pretty much going to be like this, except the clothing. Like skin-wise, my orcs are going to be like that. I don't have masses of orcs. I've got lots of goblins to paint. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do those yet, but they won't be quite like that. I started painting like sulfur yellow skin. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. Were you not keen on... Wait, when you say you started, did you finish? Or did you just take a break? Alright, I'm just going to load this bad boy up. Load it up with some paint. Sort of. And just smash it on there. Keep working it. It makes me happy. I like that. This is from Victoria Miniatures, by the way. They sell a variety of sort of things like this, like a couple of different versions. Probably added a little bit too much on the underneath, but whatever. I'm just going to leave that to chill now. Painting greenskins is anything but greenskin must be kind of heresy. Well, some things you have to try. Some things you need to try. And painting them not green could be one of those things. Do you know what I mean? They have hold on. The lore of my game, they're volcanic orcs. With high levels of high levels and tolerance to sulfur in their food. Ugh. But also they would stink. Yeah, they would not smell great. They would not smell. I have one fantasy orc. Like proper old school. Like I don't entirely know where he came from. But he's got like a love heart tattoo on and a I'm not entirely sure what that is. Something else on his arm. Yeah, I really have no idea where this, like, I didn't paint this. I don't know where it came from. You should do, Leroy. You should buy the thing. That is always the move. If you're thinking about it, you want it. Life is too short to not acquire the thing. So treat yourself. Most of the old world battalions are crazy value. No, I know, Leroy. I've been thinking about this recently. Well, I also saw someone make a comment on some blog post, like how good like the old world is value-wise. They might be older miniatures, but especially compared to Age of Sigmar, like the price is so much better. It'll be a few months. Hey, don't rush. Don't rush, Leroy. You got to get mentally prepared for all of the greatness that's going to happen. All right. You can't rush perfection, which is why I paint so slowly. All right. That's coffee. There it is. That's the truth. You just spent way too much on Final Fantasy MTG cards. What? Talk to me. How much did you spend? Apart from all of the money, I would like to know exactly how much money you mean. I should at least paint some of the orcs. Well, I mean, you know. Okay, so you're saying these things. Bear in mind, Leroy. Okay, I'm going to let you into a little secret. I know nothing about Magic the Gathering. So you say those things, I've got no idea of the money. One collector bundle waiting on it being posted and 3 collector boosters. Okay, so you bought some cards. Now, I don't know if you're deliberately avoiding answering the question. Or just getting around to it, just like slowly building it up. Building up the pressure. Building up the tension. And then you're going to drop it. And I'm going to go, damn, that's a lot of money. Should we... I'm just pondering this rat. Whole rat situation. Where's my cat? $500? Holy moly. That is a lot of money. That small beastman army I'm thinking about is probably going to be less money. Well, you should probably do it. Because then you just concentrate on the amount of money that you spent on the beastman and go, oh, I didn't spend. I basically saved money on that one. That was a good purchase. Well done, Leroy. You can pat yourself on the back and then reward yourself for saving money by buying the beastman. Buy yourself some more Magic the Gathering. Be like, oh, I saved so much money. I can now buy more Magic the Gathering. How it goes. It's like, what's the word? Circular. No. I don't know. There's some sort of phrase that I have in mind. 2 collector boosters cost 200. Oh, a lot of money. My God. I at least want to buy some Centaurs. Now I don't know which ones those are. Let's have a look. I do want to get this guy. He looks like a lot of fun to paint. Got some flesh. He's got an entire nipple on show. Sorry, Twitch. I do like this one. He looks like he'll be fun to paint. The Ungor are the weird. Oh, which ones? You got your Minotaurs. You got your Gore thingies. I have a sneaky suspicion I might have a Doom Bull somewhere knocking around. An old metal one. Oh, these are Centaurs. Of course they are. Of course they are. They got all kinds of flesh on show. But I also need to buy some FBX Unreal models for my Unreal game. You need to buy them. You only buy old school scale minis, none of the new stuff. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm pretty sure I have a Doom Bull somewhere, but he has 2 axes, I think. So maybe I'm getting confused with something else. I don't think he's one of these. Pretty sure he's not one of those. So I don't entirely know what that miniature is. I'd have to locate it and... Orc Grunters turned into Razorgore. Oh, I can see that. That's the only new minis you get for Beastmen. Okay. So this is the Doom Bull I have. Found it. I found the Doom Bull I have. Not just the paint. Where's he gone? The Tazan Bulls. Brightly coloured skin, wreaths of twisting horn. Slan Bulls. Plague Bulls. Blood Bull. So this is... I have a 6th edition one. This is the one I have. I found him the other day. So I was thinking, if I get... this would be my entryway into accidentally starting Beastmen army as well. Top of it. This is a complete disaster. I don't feel so bad for just pre-ordering the I don't feel so bad for just pre-ordering the Grand Cathay Battalion now with those prices. Honestly, I think that's a really good purchase, the Grand Cathay army. Like, miniatures to... price comparison. Price-wise. Like, even if you go Warhammer, if you want to save money, you'd use something like Element Games using an affiliate link. However, if we just like hypothetically look at Grand Cathay army, Cathay, £110. Many miniatures. 50 miniatures. Now compare that to Age of Sigmar. Spearhead, maybe. That's too old even for you? How very dare you. Some 80s minis are just passable for me, like the dragons, some odd demons. Most are like not... hey, don't... Hey, listen. Listen. Some are bloody amazing. Alright. What the heck? Where was I going with this? Prices. Slaves to Darkness. I mean, so they've got a bunch of... So they've got some horsey boys, and they've also got some regiments, I believe, if I got this correct army. 90 quid for... How many do we have? 26 miniatures. 26 miniatures. It's not a great deal, is it? Now, I will be painting... I will be getting one of these spearheads and painting up specifically. Using, like, this green... But otherwise, it will be sort of like this. I will be getting this particular one. But I'm going to be doing their skin differently. I prefer to 3D print where I can sometimes... Where I can, but sometimes GW... Oh, I definitely understand that. Dead 7. I definitely understand. I do 3D printing. I have a 3D printing store. Like, the amount of GW purchases I've made in the last year or so has drastically nosedived. Like, I used to buy a lot. I still buy a fair amount, but I knew when the Space Wolves were coming out, I would cave on that front, because Space Wolves were my very first army that I ever collected. And when they got a refresh, I knew I'd be buying... Basically getting around and redoing them. So this is like one of the very first Space Wolves I painted in 1994, 1995-ish. Like... So I am going to be redoing that army. I will be stripping the old army, though, and repainting them. But I do end up, like, doing a lot of 3D printing. You're a third to 8th edition fancy player? So you appreciate Nagash the proper. Nagash the legend. You can't say that in the 80s. Hey! This Nagash is the supreme Nagash. The new one is utter garbage compared to this legend. Look at him. Look at him looking into your eyes, judging you. Dude sculpted a meme mini that accidentally went into production. How dare you? Of course I have it. I purchased this boy in 1997. Up in Sheffield. I purchased this drill pin vise to pin his arm on. Unfortunately, I pinned his arm on a bit too low. Like, the angle's slightly below the ground. So I need to I need to basically get this arm situation redone. Or just have him standing on something. I remember those models. I do like the OG Space Wolves paint scheme. I think the paint scheme I really like for the Space Wolves is like a dark grey, like the Horus Heresy style. I think that's how I'm going to paint my, like, the new ones. But as a sort of thing, when I strip my other Space Wolves, when I strip my other Space Wolves, I am going to do them in, like, the old style. This was absolutely horrific. Arms all kind of wonky. So yeah, I will be stripping these and redoing them. Proper Goblin Green bases and everything. No. Nagash, I got Nagash in like 97-ish. 97, maybe 1998. I'm not 100... I'm going to say 97. I'm 90% sure that's when I got him. I don't think he's not 80s. That era blurs... I can't really remember much at the best of times. So... we have some armor. We are going to paint it green. This was the Blood Angels red. So they're going to go green armor. So let's have a look at all the bits we need to paint green. So I can mentally prepare myself for the stress. Green belly armor. Green shin armor. Green greaves, or whatever, you know, gaunt thingies. Shoulder pads green. I'm not sure about this thing. I mean, that could easily be green as well, although... could be shoulder pads something else and then this green. But we are going to do the fur first. So it's going to give me a little bit of time to ponder exactly what's going to go where. Green shoulders. It's just everything green. What's up, Squeezel? How you doing today? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're well. Got like a waistband. I'm pretty sure this is fabric. This thing here. Like there is a little bit of armor right there. That's a little bit of armor. We'll do that with the brush. That's a bit of green armor. I think. But he's got like fabric. I'm just trying to... maybe it's all fabric. Makes sense if it was all fabric. Waistband would have to be... we're going to go with like brownish, something neutral. Waistband can be something jazzy. We got some fabric dangly bits, which can be neutral as well. Let's do the furry bits though. Yeah. Cursed French word? I know, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. However, we will persevere. What colour is the fabric? I don't entirely know. Squeezer, what are you up to today? How's your Tuesday looking? I mean, the fabric could be leather. Work, work, work. Hopefully it's going to be soon something faster, far better. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, relax, relax. Said it in a very strange manner then. See, according to the color wheel of doom, complementary color to this green is vaguely one of my favorite colors. Sweet, sweet magenta, fuchsia, something like that. The fabric could be that color. The fabric could be that color and utterly bananas. However, we'll get some furry bits done first, and then we can worry about other stuff. That would be a cool combat. We might just do that for fun. Do you remember fun? Do you remember back to the olden days where fun was a thing? If you remember fun, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, etc. Tickle that follow button like it's going out of business. All of the things. Right, that's okay. Quite the segue there. Almost beautiful. Folks, I did manage to play some Call of Duty yesterday. I managed to treat myself. Ah, what a time to be alive. I'd forgotten how mediocre I was at that game. I don't run around like a lunatic. I think that's one of my biggest issues in that game. Like, I don't run around sliding all over the place. I keep dying as a result. But I don't want to give in and... Oh, where did that paint go? Join the ravening hordes. I think we've got some weird bits going in there. But he's got some... It's quite an orangey brown, actually. Yeah. We are going to have to revisit the fleshy bits later anyway. Murderous Magenta. One of the best colours of all time. If you want to go red, but red, not red for fabric, maybe an orangey, grungy brown. Well, the problem is we've already got quite a lot of brown on here already. That is the only... And I've just slapped some more brown on his face. So that is my concern with going too grungy. I think we're going to go quite bright. We'll see we'll do the armor first and then go from there. Because I'm definitely doing the green armor. We do the... we got to deal with this banner as well. Grey cloth has been an option as well, yes. Remember back before they invented colour? Ah, such good days. It was such a good time back then. And you only had one channel. It was so good. Right. Did we ever get... Where did we go with the Gorget? Gorget. Space Wolves Grey. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to slap some of this stuff on first. See how it looks and then go from there. I'm not 100% sure. Because, like, he's got some, you know, metallic armor bit, which, well, like chainmail, which is going to be steel color, with a little bit of rust in there. Which is going to be some more orangey brown colors. I'm wondering if maybe the Gorget should be like black steel. You know what I mean? Like really dark steel color. Or the shoulder pads could be that color, and then you could have a green Gorget. Gorget. Thank you very much, Badger Boss. Click on that follow button. And all the things. Yes. Or the shoulders are black, yeah. So I was thinking either like very, very dark, like black, or just like either shoulder pads are that color or the Gorget. We'll see what the rest of the armor looks like greened up, and then worry about it. Green Gorget. I think that could be probably the move. Bearing in mind, I've never used this paint before, ladies and jelly spoons. So you're getting to see this live and on air. You are hashtag really lucky. Really lucky. See me make a complete disaster out of it. All right. As you can see, it does... I remember I have to stop doing that. As soon as I see it pulling up, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. But that is... green. We need an entire... The problem is I want to do my Ratman orange. But this is such a good color, this striking score. Not nearly as good, as we know, as Bilious green, the best color of all time. Second only to variety of magentas and fuchsias and things, but still. You're selling me on the green. You should test it out. Can you imagine green beastmen? Oh, suit you, sir. It's ridiculous. Look at that little bad boy. Oh. Beastmen don't have much armor. That's true, they just have chiseled abs. That's all the armor they need, and furry bits. Gonna wait for those bits to dry. Clearing. Green abs. Absolutely ripped. Absolutely ripped. That is a great green. May just have to purchase. Wait, striking scorpion green? Absolutely. If you're buying pots of paint. Alright. I would suggest one other colour. If I may be so bold. And I will be so bold. Let me introduce you to bilious green. The best colour of all time. It reigns over moot green. Moot green can do one. Moot green is weak compared to this. Red rats versus green beastmen. The clash of colors, but for other armies works. That is true. That is one way to get the best of both worlds. Two different armies. Two different armies. Actually, oh god, that reminds me. I need to go and have a quick look at Kickstarter. I have a sneaky suspicion I missed out on something. I think I did. Rat. There was a Kickstarter that I was just about to start talking about Blood Bowl, and then realized the Kickstarter has finished. It finished this morning, in fact. It was from Kraken something or other. What's their name? Kraken Studios? I've got some of their other stuff. But like what I was trying to say was sports teams have ridiculous colours. You can get away with often clashing colours. What do they call themselves? Riders, Kraken 3D Studios. It did finish. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. They had a really nice... We'll have a look at their campaign because we can show it. We can look at what we missed out on. Some nice scenery. Some really nice scenery for the games. Like I have a couple of the other ones. I didn't. Add-ons. You got some crowds. You got a passed out ogre. You got human scum, the Mole King dungeon, Stonefield, Grassfield, Rockfield. Why did I leave it to the last minute? As always, I always bloody do it. I'm hoping a late pledge will appear. Ooh, the camera balloon. Previous campaigns. So I have backed. They did a stadium ages ago. Like I think one of their first ones, in fact, which I backed. I backed Apocalypse Dawn and Riders of the Highway from them before. So I do like their stuff. I just wish I'd remembered. I was just very... My mind was elsewhere yesterday and today. It was worrying about painting sweet green armor on little rat dudes. I'm actually printing that. Hey, fantastic! So their most recent one won't be out right now, will it? It will be their first iteration. Is that correct? How is that going for you? Because I didn't really have an FDM printer until recently, and I haven't really set it up, truth be told. But I really liked their Apocalypse Dawn and Riders of the Highway ones. So I was all over that. I knew I would get an FDM printer at some time. The Fantasy Stadium thing is it's still very tempting. Like, I can see myself as like a project for a YouTube video. Hello, YouTube. I haven't forgotten about you. It could be a lot of fun. That's the Grassfield Stadium. I mean, look how cool that looks. If I played Blood Bowl, I would definitely be tempted to do that. In fact, so obviously Wartime is the best game of all time ever. The undisputed king of the world, king of the galaxy, king of the universe, and king of everything else. Wartime, they could, I don't think on the official map they've got a sort of sports field. They could have a sports field outside the town, outside the city. I know they have a sort of gladiatorial pit instead, but I reckon they could have a field outside. It's the original, it's not bad at all. Using FDM for the pitch and resin for the extras. Nice. What plans do you have for it? That's really interesting. I think you might be the first person I've sort of bumped into who has actually printed their stuff out. I have talked about it a fair amount, like the Apocalypse stuff, admittedly, not this stuff, but I mean, this is really cool. It's really cool. Go to the shop. So, yeah, I have, you know, suppose I could still buy it. I just prefer to buy it as a package all in one. Mole Rat fans, bleachers, and a Grassfield bundle. Yeah. Anyway, this is probably like going to be a YouTube video project in the future, but I did miss out on their Kickstarter, unfortunately. But such is life. One can't have everything, apparently. I did ask. I've got some much... I do have some very large projects to paint up for... Well, and print for YouTube. And probably... Not just specifically YouTube. We will be painting up a bunch of it here on Twitch as well. When I get around to printing it. But it really is a large print. There are some large projects. I need to sort of get things fully tidied up. And then I need to figure out where I'm going to store everything. Once I'm in that position, then I can consider printing out such a big project. He's got little knee pad things with a spike on, and those are not going to be green, I don't. Well, they might be. Sorry, you're not going to see this probably. Yeah, I think these knee pads need to be a grey colour. I'm so miffed about that delivery. I'm so miffed. Hey! I'm not. Thank you so much for smashing the subscribe button. I've not heard that one in a while. Thank you. That's the first sub. Thank you so much. We get this organized. I have to hope that this button works. Dead7, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so is that field like the first one you've painted from them? Or have you painted other things? Or printed other things in the past? Yeah, I think the knee pads need to be grey. I think painting them green as well might be a little bit too much. We could just paint them green and worry about it later. Just on the off chance that it works. I'm expecting it not to work, so I will preface that by saying this is probably not. But color is ridiculous. We got the armor to do. I'm just slowly psyching myself up for. So he's got his stomach plate. We're gonna do black shoulder pads or like very dark steel. We're gonna probably put steel paint black on and then steel and then shade it heavily. We got this tiny bit of stomach green to do. Then we got the bit of green around his neck. I've been looking for a good printable pitch, and there seemed like the best. I've seen a couple of. I've seen at least one other pitch out there, but for the life of me, I can't remember who does it. And if people ever ask, like, if people are ever one, I recommend the Kraken Studios one for pitches, because it definitely looks the best to me, and you know, but until I print my own, it's rather hard to sort of say, yeah, this is definitely the best one in my opinion. So I do need to extract my digits and get printing, because I have a halfling team. Okay, hold on. If I have my halflings, right? I have the halflings. I would need to heavily consider what color to paint what kind of team would I have to oppose my mighty halflings. Which are in a very weird color. Not in a weird, they're not a bad color, I don't know. I need to find them first. Where are they? They're near here, I think. There we go. My halfling team is this color. It's gray and like this color. So I need to get a suitable color scheme. See, I've gone with pink and gray there. If I go orange and gray, that's not going to work. It's rat. What we would go with? Gaven Blight Scramblers? Ooh. I did ponder that. There's Blood Bowl. Received my 2 by 256 gigabyte pen drives for the STLs and the USB hub balked. Can you plug the pen drive into your computer directly? Never go wrong with more rats. I mean, that is... You're not strictly wrong there. You know what? I said the spearhead. You reckon I should paint up one of these instead first? Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then some grots. Specifically to sell, I should clarify, not for myself. Specifically to sell. We got the more goblins. Solo, that was the first halfling I've ever painted. Yeah, that team. In fact, they're the only halflings I've painted, yeah. I'm in the process of putting a Chaos Dwarf team together right now and just wanting on some bull centaurs. Have you managed to find... Have you found any out there in the wild? Do you have specific ones in mind, or... Oh, you need to transfer between two of them? Or from my old storage to the new? It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare when that stuff happens. Typical. Skaven. See, look, green. And they got some saucy red. Yo. Black banner. Black banner, and I could attempt to freehand something on it. I don't know what. It would be the worst freehand in the world. But it would be my worst freehand in the world. Was waiting on the GW ones to come back in stock. Now just waiting for... Oh, yeah. Waiting for GW stuff to come back in stock is always a fun time. Oh! Okay, okay, there are gnomes and chaos dwarfs. Those... Is the page going to load up? I pressed the button. Come on. Still never played a game of Blood Bowl. I have it on PC and that's it. Because there is a badger. Obviously, the supreme being. I mean, it would probably be... I would probably want to keep this one, though. That's the problem. I'd probably want to keep this bad boy. So we could potentially go orcs. But if we were going to get rid of them... Skaven could be an option. Oh, those bull centaurs. Hey, Spark Minis. How's it going? Happy Monday. Oh, it was a happy Monday yesterday, wasn't it? It's Tuesday today. I hope Tuesday's also happy for you. The gnome team has... This is very true, Squeezle. This is very true. So, you're about to say... Yeah, so I always do that. I don't know if it's because of my epilepsy just ruining my brain or otherwise. It could just be I've got a terrible memory, but I think also smacking my head off things every time I have a seizure doesn't help. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it, I'm afraid. So yeah, I will ponder that actually. I'd completely forgotten about Blood Bowl, much to my chagrin. That's the word I'm going to use, and that's the word I'm going to use. Okay. We got a little bit of belly action to do, ladies and jelly spoons. Not belly dancer action, unfortunately. Welling up a little bit. How are we looking, sunshine? Some sweet green armor. Time is flying by. It is. It is. Are you suggesting I'm getting rapidly older? I mean, you wouldn't be wrong. It is my birthday tomorrow. However, yeah, time is rapidly going. The mini printed okay, but there were some minor issues. What sort of issues are we talking about? So we're going to do the shoulder pads black or very dark steel, and then this bit around the neck green. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's going to be a nice day. I'm going to have lunch with my parents. Oh, thank you so much for you. Those are sweet, sweet bitties. Thank you so much for your sweet, sweet bitties. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I'm having lunch with my dad and mum in a pub. Going for a little walk into like walkabout town, and then ideally going to the local nature reserve and signing up to the RSPB for the year, which will be nice. I just hope the weather's going to be good. I've not actually checked the old weather situation for tomorrow. I'm going to do right now before I forget. High pollen tomorrow, so I will be sneezing like a beast. Wednesday, highs of 26. That's not, it's on the verge of being horrific. Yeah, 26. Yeah, it's going to be tolerable. I reckon it'll be okay. No rain. That's the good thing. Bit of cloud cover. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely day. I like it. I'm going to be able to cope. I won't melt in the sun. Well, I'm going to still melt. I always melt in the weather. Terrible. All right, bits didn't print quite right. I think to the supports did another with slightly higher exposure time and additional supports. The supports seem to print the missing parts, but the exposure seems to have had a negative on the rest. So you're going to go back to the first exposure. What is the first exposure? What sort of numbers are we looking at? Like what's your base number? Like the base. Okay, hold on. We are going to continue painting, but before we do that, let me fire up Chittybox. Chittybox. We can have a look at my settings in just a moment. Once I figure out where the window capture is. Window capture. Window capture. You're locked. Why are you locked? What on earth? All right. Okay, we got to it. We got to it in the end. All right. Brits talking about melting in a brisk 26, cracking me up. Leroy, listen here. All right. Firstly, you don't know till you've suffered, like I've suffered. All right. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I need someone following me around, wafting me. I know it gets rather toasty with you. When you get, listen, I've been in like 42, 43 temperature before, and it was fucking horrible. However, this was in the south of, sort of southwest of France, and thank God they had a swimming pool. Thank God they had a swimming pool. It was only for like 2 or 3 days. It was this ridiculous temperature. I spent 99% of the time in the swimming pool, and then running back into the house and just going, ugh, probably making that noise. 3 seconds. I mean, hold on, we're going to look at some settings. Yeah, to get to 36, I wouldn't see. I just can't go. I can't cope with that weather. You missed the British weather. Where are you now, Dead Seven? You have suffered the Aussie heat. Yeah, I know, but you haven't suffered British heat. That's the problem. That's the real situation. All right. And that's all I got, I'm afraid. The second attempt was at 3.1. Okay, so what resin did you go with? In the end, I can't remember. Did you go with Soraya Tech? I haven't got Sunlu settings on here. You're in South Carolina. No. I never been to South Carolina. I lived in Pennsylvania for 3 years. Never made it to South Carolina. I dipped into Georgia. Hello there. Very briefly. I went outside. This is when I was smoking for a cigarette and went, this was a terrible idea. And quickly ran back into the air-conditioned deliciousness of the airport before getting on my connecting flight to Pittsburgh. Elegoo ABS Light Black. Okay. All right. So ABS, the black resin does need higher times. I'm using the 8K stuff. So let's, admittedly, so I'm using 2.1 seconds as the main exposure. The base exposure is 31. Because I found out that, like, the bottom was peeling a little bit too much. And you want a nice, firm bottom, basically, when you're printing. Or in general. Speak of the devil. Hello, Gabba. You too? You've been here for 16 years? Hell. You enjoying it? Georgia, not the quick one. Yeah, exactly. She did indeed. Listen, it's not all about those long sessions. Sometimes you got stuff to do. I'm a busy chap. What can I say? I got stuff to do. I can't afford to be spending all time rolling around in bed. No. Solo, you shouldn't have got you get whatever resin, like, I don't know. This is the first Elegoo resin I've used. I'm not sure if there's a huge difference when it comes to, like, the 8K resins. I suspect it's probably just marketing. I don't think you've made a mistake. Is well worth checking out. These numbers are, unfortunately, they're a bit of a nightmare. You do have to put some time in to like configuring the cursed things. You moving back to the UK? Oh, nice. Whereabouts? Gabba, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, that's the advertising. They say it's supposed to be better and can achieve better detail and all this kind of nonsense, right? But until you try the, what is this doing? Until you try the different materials, you don't really know, do you? Elegoo, yeah, definitely don't. I never recommend water washable. Absolutely refuse to recommend that one. Mostly, well, for two reasons. Because, well, I've never used it, so this is just from a mental thing. Firstly, I hear that water washable can be more brittle, but mostly the main reason is, I have a sneaky suspicion some people just yeet it all down the sink, don't dispose of it properly, which is my major concern. Back to sunny old Kent. Living the life. It's so bad it made me stop. Oh, really? It swells up in Aussie humidity. Ah, well, that's another bad reason for it then, right? Not sure about the other Elegoo resins. Yeah, I flat out wouldn't use it. So what you can do is you can use lychee, and you can put in, so for example, you can make that noise into the microphone. You have to make that noise, otherwise it doesn't work. You can plug in these different ABS like, this is, I think I got the ABS like 3, I think. Is this the one you have? Solo? Which? I had some off-brand water washable in bulk that was good, but I can't find it again. You're completely throwing out all of my old demon sculpt because of that resin? Son of a beast thing. Some of the demon dogs, Jesus, what's wrong with my speaking? Didn't swell. I'm glad to hear that. You've had good luck with the Sunlu ABS-like resin. See, that is the stuff I want to try. I've yet to get around to buying it. I currently print with 2 things. I use Elegoo, ABS-like. It's got a really stupid name. Well, it's 8K. I got the red clay. I like it. I've also used Soraya Tech Fast Navy Grey for like minutes and stuff, mixed in with some tenacious. Can't see your screen. Son of a. Oh, you know why? Because I'm an idiot. I have it set to Chitu box instead of lychee. Gabba, how you doing today, dude? Happy Tuesday. ABS 8K sounds like the grail of resins. It sounds like it, yeah, but this could be just advertising, couldn't it? Currently trying the Frozen RPG. See, because I sell of stuff, I have to kind of find a happy medium when it comes to price. That's the problem. I've been wanting to try that Frozen stuff. So, like maybe I should try the fancier stuff for myself. 6-sided dice, YouTuber test it, and you can bend it without breaking its crazy resin. Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to purchasing Arjack this weekend. I bet you that's all you're focused on. Almost all you're focused on. I wouldn't blame you. I'm going to be getting Logan and Niall and some Terminators. I will get Arjack at some point. Arr. He sounds like a pirate. Is he supposed to sound like a pirate? Gibmeister, hello, what's cracking? Happy Tuesday to you. Yeah, it's not cheap. That's what put me off, because like obviously like people want miniatures as cheaply as possible and statues and stuff. But also at the same time I have to make money, right? It's trying to find the best product I can for the best price. Bit of a juggle. Thinking I may do them in 30. You should do. Dark grey that's basically how I want to paint my Space Wolves, yeah. In proper colors. The dark grey. So we are on the right page. Now, I think this is the one I'm using. It's 8K standard. But I'm sure that there was the number 3.0 on it. That's the problem. That's why I get very confused when it comes to looking at this Lychee program. When it comes to times. Where's... Hold on. Add a new resin. Here we go. Sorry, this is what we wanted. Add new resin. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. I was pressing the wrong button. Resin name. Black. Okay, so 30. What resolution are we talking about? Let's resolution 30. 30. I'm just gonna. We'll say you're printing 30, and see what we've got. On the Saturn IV Ultra, Saucy Boy, the black resin color got here 1.8 seconds, 100% juiciness. We got some really low print times there. 1.4 details. 25-second exposure time. 30 microns at 1.8. Does seem pretty good. This is unfortunately the problem. Like everyone lives in different places, and everyone's situation is different. So it's rather hard to say these numbers are definitely going to work for you. It does take some time to dial in the correct numbers, especially when you try new resin as well. It's a bit of a tedious process, really, solo. But you will get there in the end. That's the important thing. It's just frustrating. I know for a fact that it's a frustrating thing doing the process of trying to find the right settings. Okay, let's get out of Chitu Box and before I get sidetracked even more. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like some of these settings are just. I've tried different settings, and like some have been close to what Elegoo said, and some have been completely wild. Well worth checking out though. So we got some more green armor to paint. All right, you boyo. Come here, rat boy. We got his neck bit to do, ladies and jelly spoons. Now he does have. We haven't painted his little furry hair on his like the furry bit on top of his. Let's quickly do that before we really sidetracked. Gorgrunter fur. I had better luck with the Elegoo ABS like compared to the version 3. Had a hard time with the version 3. I'm gonna look which one I had because frankly I get really confused what I have downstairs in the printer room. In fact, I will show you live and on air my orders. Held for pickup at carrier location. So irritated. I am so irritated. I'm really frustrated with the delivery situation. Not happy. Past 3 months. So I have. This is the stuff I have. Well, one of the things. This one. 8K ABS like 3.0. They've added. So they seem to have merged, at least according to the Lychee program. They sort of merged 2 into 1 by the looks of it. This one has been fine. Got 2 kilos, 25 quid. Which seems like a pretty good deal. They also have 3 kilos. They're only in. It's like the bloody pot changes. It drops the 8K bit and then goes. Actually, like it's all kinds of wonky. The I don't quite understand this listing. It's very confusing. But anyway, this is the one I have right here. And the Soraya Tech Fast Navy Grey. And I will show you the red clay. It does look really nice. And I'm very happy with the prints. Occasionally there are screw ups, but I think that's mostly down to slightly dodgy pre-supports and stuff like that. But we've got some more rat boys here that we printed out. He needs a bit of a scrub with the toothbrush in general, but look at him. He's absolutely ripped. He is ready to go down to the beach and get all the rat girls. And, you know, I'm looking forward to painting this one up. Get this hair done. And we can get the green armor done. Lucian, hello, you going? I'm struggling to speak today. Master, how you doing? How are you doing? That looks sweet. Is it flexible or is it's really solid? It's really solid. Sugar. He's now got a mole on his ear. Moly, moly, moly. No, we managed to clear it. Cough. That I do have stuff called Tenacious, which is actually makes things bendy. Makes things well bendy. And we do like, you know, things to be flexible. So I mix the... Hold on, let me get these. I gotta concentrate. I apologize. Got another moldy ear at the moment. Let me get this done, then I'm going to speak directly to you. All right. Right, okay. So I do have some stuff called Tenacious, which you can mix in various blends into the Fast Navy Grey. So the Fast Navy Grey looks like this. Unfortunately, I primed over. I don't have any miniature to hand, which has actually got the blend of stuff in. But I think I've got like I think it's like 1:10 mix ratio, so there's a slight bit of bend. I can up the ratio of bendiness to normal resinite that I use, and things get very bendy. Like, for example, I hypothetically would be able to bend this sword quite a way over before it decides to give in and break. Bit better to look in, bit better today. Hell yes, we like to be maximum better. Those paints are really nice. They are. I'm punching the light. I thought I'm going to put the fan on. I am very irritated today. I don't want to show off or anything, but I'm really irritated. I was supposed to have some protein and stuff delivered yesterday. They just did a drive-by and pretended to deliver. And they said, "Oh no, we couldn't deliver. No one was in." Oh, I was in. I could basically see the front door from where I was sitting. So that didn't appear, and then they've not bothered to deliver today. I ordered some paints, and that order got held up in this store because something wasn't in. They had to wait for it to appear. So that was actually going to be delivered today. I was going to get some delicious orange paints. We were going to paint this boy orange and grey. That paint didn't arrive. My brothers sent me a birthday present, which was supposed to arrive today. And I had an email from Royal Mail. And it says, "Sorry, we were unable to deliver this item. We'll attempt to deliver it on the next working day." Now, next working day is my birthday. and I'm not going to be in the house basically when they deliver because I've already got stuff planned. The entire point was for stuff to get delivered today when I'm in the house. So I'm very, very irritated. So 2 deliveries, basically 3 deliveries have failed. One, thanks to every worst company in the world. Second and third were both to Royal Mail failures. Do you prefer Lychee or Chitu? I like Lychee for supporting, Chitu for slicing, and general stuff. Yeah, I like to support in Lychee, and then I output to Chitu. Which one tastes the best? I'm not doing a live taste test. You'll literally have to pay me. You saw one of those Katrin Dino Riders all painted up? Gabbert, I know I've still got stuff to send you. Alright. I will, I need to send you a message and get things organized. I still have that I've got a Katrin Dino Rider to paint myself, to paint as well. But we obviously, as usual, we got sidetracked. Absolute buggers, yeah. I mean, honestly, I haven't had an issue with Royal Mail. Oh! Yeah, thank you very much for doing your part. You're a legend. Thank you so much for tickling that follow button. Big hugs. Yeah, it's just I'm very stressed, because, like, in the old house, right, it was, where I was streaming before, the delivery man used to have, actually, he was too efficient. He used to appear at sort of 7 or 8 in the morning like an utter psychopath. Who the hell is awake at that time? I certainly wasn't. But God bless him, he did excellent work. And like, if I had a Games Workshop delivery, like a pre-order arriving, I could do an unboxing and basically get it live onto YouTube quite early. Now the bloke arrives in the afternoon. The rat bag. I just don't know what the issue was today. I'm just irritated. Grrr! I mean, generally, as I said, Royal Mail do tend to do a good job. I'm not really, obviously not in this situation, but every though, they can. They said they attempted a delivery last night at... Okay, alright, hold on. Okay. We're going to get back to painting in a second. I was told via email that they were going to attempt delivery between 6 and 7 p.m. yesterday, okay? And I thought, fine. We can work around that. And they said, if there's going to be an amendment to that time, you'll receive an email. There was no attempt at 6 or 7. So, had supper, sat down and watched some TV. Bear in mind, I could basically see the front door from where I was sitting. Apparently, they attempted at 9:30. Now, I have a Ring doorbell. They did not press that. They didn't even attempt anything. They just did a drive-by. We're in no rush. Rock on, dude. So it's been a bit of a stressful week. I'm sorry. I'm going to get myself sorted out one day. Can you move the resin profile from Lychee? No. Well, I literally just copy and paste the numbers. That's what I do solo. I literally just... I have Lychee up on one window, Chitu on the other one, and I literally just, like, bring up the profile on Lychee and then just have Chitu box and just copy the numbers in. That's what I do. It's not had many issues with it, truth be told, doing it like that. Hermes? Is Hermes still around, or did that get turned into Every? You might get a... What's with this might, Mort? What's with the might language? That sounds... We've got to be positive here. Maximum positivity. Be dynamic. Punch the light. Hit the microphone. Buy the resin. Buy the resin printer. Do all the things. Sounds like the postie's your real dad. Pluto, my day's been okay. I've done some stuff. I did a little bit of editing. I've had some tea and coffee. It's been good. The only one I don't have trouble with is, oh god, FedEx are terrible here. Those people definitely do a drive-by delivery. Every single order I've had from that's been shipped via FedEx, the local rat bag, I mean delivery person, drives by the house, says, oh, we attempted delivery, no one was in. And there's like one of those drop-off points, so they're like a local sort of supermarket type, like local supermarket kind of thing. They just get dumped up, just dropped off there. And I had a chat with the bloke there, and he said, yeah, he's always doing it. Admittedly, it's a 10-minute walk, but some deliveries are really heavy, and I'm quite weak. Which is why I need my protein delivery from yesterday, which is supposed to arrive. We were going to get very proteinaceous. Not heard of Every. I think they are the new Hermes. Yeah, I think they just had a name change. Yeah, they're utter scum. Different name, same shitty service. Absolutely. I've got nothing polite to say about them. And I emailed the company yesterday. I said, not Every, who I ordered from. And I said, look, I gave them both barrels, right? And I said, can you tell me which of your shipping options is not done via Every? Please. I tried to remain absolutely polite. Felt very stressed, but I was trying to be polite. Because any option I can choose which is not Every is going to be the one I'm going to choose. I got a reply back from them. They completely ignored my question about shipping with not Every, which makes me very dubious about ordering from them in the future. I'm going to drink my rest of my coffee and we're going to get back to painting. I'm so sorry. Might be because I want the Quantum Leap first because I'm lazy. Wait, the Quantum Leap... Wait, what? FedEx suck here in the US? Like in England, the only company I've... Oh, now I'm going to say this. I'm going to curse it. Touch wood. I don't. DPD. Those guys have always done fantastically. The joke is, do you like knocking on doors and running away? Or hiring Australia Post? Is that the classic move that they do over there? I had heard Hermes hired people who no one else would hire. Apparently a lot of drivers had criminal records. Well, the thing is, like... I think one of the Every drivers that I've spoken to who's dropped off stuff here has been very polite and very nice, and they actually seem like they got their act together. But oh god, just in general, they'll use whoever's cheapest. Yeah, I'm actually going to pay for shipping next time around. Criminals bring me Warhammer. Awesome. Well, what was the thing I saw the other day? It was someone who built their own computer. They ordered like 2 Samsung 990 graphics like hard drives, and they ended up with 10 of them or something due to a cock up at Amazon. DPD are usually great, second only. Lucian, I completely agree with you. Apart from today, I'm not agreeing with Royal Mail being great. I'm just grumbling about them. I am the Lex. Jesus, do you remember that TV show? Leroy, exactly. I work from home, right? I have a Ring doorbell. Admittedly, I do need to start paying for the... The problem is, like, the front of the door is opposite a bar. So I don't, it's constantly getting triggered. It's very, you know, of this current age. Everything triggers it. We got some green to paint, by the way. Let's get on that. So I had to cut down on the notifications that I get. But I need to get the recording service up and running so I can actually catch these useless toe rags bang to rights and be like, actually, you can see this rat bag. He was just having a coffee and a cigarette outside the house. He wasn't even attempting. Pretend. Deliver. He's just been bone idle. Sorry, I'm very stressed. One of the LGS here have been robbed. Oh my god. They know what to go for then. They know that the Warhammer is... They're either Warhammer collectors themselves or they know where the real money's at. Not in gold. Not in much else, just Warhammer. Probably more expensive than gold. Weight for weight. Sorry, chat. You lovely lot. I do apologize. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just concentrating. I'll be with you in just a tick. My lovelies. So glad. I'm so glad I purchased this color. Grrr! Rat noises. Alright, it's not 100% perfect, but I'm just not 100% used to using contrast paints. Let me catch up. Hold on. Amazon randomly sent my brother a brand new color Alexa and he told them and they didn't give a shit. Why can't that happen to me just once? It's like some random thing I don't really need, but really wouldn't mind. Sadly, his car got broken into and it was yoinked. Son of a bee sting. I reckon Amazon really did actually give a shit, but they wanted to pretend. They wanted to keep the mythos up that they don't really care about accidentally sending stuff. I reckon they sent some geezers out and yoinked it. That's what I reckon, Gabba. Plastic crack is more expensive by weight than gold at this point. Is that... I was only pontificating on that. Is that actually true? I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. That was all that was stolen. Yeah, it was Amazon. Blatantly. Yeah, we are going to go dark metal shoulders. Got a tiny bit of green on the base, the buttery biscuit base. Yeah, we're going to go dark metal shoulders. Now, we do need the robes, the like bits of fabric he's got going on. Dark grey, potentially, or some other color. Like, I think the robes also have to be color of this main banner. These can be potentially bright green. Ooh! Those could be green, potentially. Or that could be green, and those can be grey. What have you done with the real Badger? Badger never paints. Lucian, listen, it's a whole new world, baby. I need that noise on the button. How about glowing green Skaven runes on top? You mean up here? Well, I was thinking of freehanding. Freestyling. Freestyler. There was a heist, Fast and Furious style, where they hit a truck. Holy moly. I reckon it really was Hashtag family. You know those Nintendo nerds love their Switches. Sorry, I know there's probably people here who love their Switches as well. I got sent a second Zaku. Oh, really? You know what? That's one of the few Gunpla things I actually like. I initially started off in life hating that one. I came around to liking that bad. Is that the one with the mono eye? Because I have seen a 3D print which has a mono eye and it's really quite sexy. With a capital sexy. F this Pokemons and Magic Wummish. Grab the Warhams. Exactly. Oi, oi, Reno. What's going on, dude? Happy wiggly eyebrows. Tuesday. Amazon sent out the ping. Yeah, you're damn right they did. Let me just see if I can show you the mono eye. The Contemptor Dreadnought, by the way. Let me see if I can find it very quickly, because I don't have it, but hashtag want it. If I just need to find... here we go. Glowing green runes on the shoulder. Oh, on the shoulders. Ooh, yeah, that's an option. I'll have to think about that. So there is this wizard. It's very sexy. I am... Like, for my next Contemptor Dreadnought that I print out, that I make, we might go with the mono eye of doom. What, Gabba? Rude Badger, love your Switch too? Oh, sorry. I finally got back down to the people loving their Switches. Hey, I'm not judging you. You know I don't judge. I am very, very tolerant of everyone. I'm getting your Nintendo Switch tomorrow. Good for you, Mort. What games are you getting with it? Been playing Pokemon on my Switch most of the day at work. Gabba, that's the kind of dedication to work that I like to see. I think the cloth might be best with what's on the guide, like a parchment color. So, by the way, we are looking at this. We have been looking at Vincent Notley's paint guide. Just for a general, you know, bit of a starting point. So he has got parchment going on, like this kind of deal going on. You seem dismissive of my Reno. I was trying. I'm very sorry that you felt that way. Very sorry that you felt that way. Obviously, I do not mean to dismiss anyone and their ideas. I try to be as inclusive as possible. But there are limits, damn it. There are limits. So, Chris, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Reno, I mean, we need to discuss exactly this Disney Titan idea. We need to flesh it out a little bit more. While I'm trying to flesh it out a little bit more, let me see if I can do a shout out. Folks, if you're not following Chris, you can remedy that situation before the advert hits by looking at your chat, looking at the top of it. There should be a heart button. Obviously, it's already full, but if it's not, smash that follow button like it's going out of business. Follows are free and all of that good stuff. I love that I can get paid to do whatever I do. Gabba, it's awesome. Or swap the black wrap on the weapon with the parchment. Yes. Oh, I hadn't even seen that black wrap, actually, truth be told. He's doing that for leather. Tomorrow, actually the day after tomorrow, as the release is at midnight, I am getting the Mario Kart World Edition. I had my very first seizure playing Mario Kart, bloody Rainbow Road. Curse it. It's a physical card for our region, as we already get it late. So out of interest, like, how much are we talking about? Like for the Mario Kart World Edition, is it more? I assume it's more pricey than the basic B version of it. Easy. Each panel is custom art of dead Disney tunes. Oh, Reno. Well, now I mean, yeah. Now we're actually talking a decent, solid plan. I like it. All right, I'm absolutely melting. 400 flipping Nora. Already following? You're legend. Thank you very much. But the shoulder would have been... Well, I think we're going... Okay, well, we're gonna definitely ponder something. Black shoulder pads. Or very dark grey. I mean silver. Steel. And then I think we're going to paint them black, steel, and then darken the hell out of them. I think that's the general plan. I like the idea actually of dark grey or something like that, and then we can do like... We could do dark grey and then like some weird runes on it, maybe. Maybe this can be parchment. Get a lot of parchment going together though. Isn't PS5 Pro like 700 quid? I have no idea, dude. PS5, last PS I had was the PS3. And I sold it right before, yeah, I was never using the bloody things. That's the problem. I was only using them for Blu-rays. That's the only reason I had the PS3. It's more expensive than the latest PS5, which makes it the most expensive. Bloody hell. Oh, it's cheaper here in Asia. It's everything cheaper there. Because I would like a camera. I would love a camera. I'm very tempted by just a camera. One more test on this mini so I can compare. Absolutely. Compare away. Right. Black shoulder pads. We're going to paint them. We're going to slap on Black Legion or whatever that paint is. On the shoulder pads. And then we are going to worry ourselves. We're going to do, and also the metallic dangly bits. And then we can worry about the cloth bits. By the way, my printer has been christened Buildertron. I can't remember what I called my printers. I got 4 printers downstairs, and I did name them. I can't remember what the hell I called them, though. Folks, which is the good one? I can't remember. Which is the good... Black contrast paint. I know one is... I think it's this one. I think it might be Black Legion. Black Templar is obviously good. But I don't know if it's... both good. Legion is lighter. Better highlights. Is this one more... Is Black Templar just like the destroyer of highlights? Because that's the one I'm looking for, I think. Good deals in Bangkok. There's a markup for PS5 in EU and US. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Talarian Community College was giving away PS5 because it's cheaper than Final Fantasy Collector Booster Box. Bloody. When we turn into a proper Twitch and YouTube channel, we will eventually do ridiculous giveaways. I'm not saying we'll do a PS5 giveaway or indeed a Switch giveaway. Just a casual resin Titan. Print face. Legion is brown. What? Defo, all the shipping costs, import fees. I occasionally buy premium TF figure. What is a TF figure? Apologies, Lucian. Please tell me. And they're about 30 quid more expensive here. Lucian, you should just go on holiday and just come back with just like suitcase full. Template is Templar is a deep black. Yeet. Au revoir. Cheers. That's what. Thank you, Reno. I always get confused. By the way, we did paint this at the beginning of stream. We missed a tiny little bit here and there, but that is Blood Angels Red. I need to print some more of these bad boys out. Taste test. Listen here, Mort. Listen here. I'm not. I don't think my taste buds will be able to figure it out. Fortunately. Transformers. Transformers. Robots in disguise. Welcome back, Leroy. I think I was going to use Black Templar. Yeah, we were going to use Black Templar. Then we were going to slap some steel over it. Then we were going to do Black Legion over the top of the steel. That was the plan. Transformers, what's your favorite Transformer in the world? Hypothetically. That makes really high quality G1 characters. I just ordered the last part of the Menasor Stinticon set. Okay, I wish I knew what that meant. You got the black contrast mixed up. Reno, I'm always forgetting. I need to print out a couple more of these and stick them on top with to make things really obvious. Prime Minister. Oh, Stunticons. Wait, please, wait. There wasn't one called Prime Minister, was there? Please tell me that was a hilarious joke. Love being able to I love being able to set the print going from another room. It is a good thing. It is a good thing. And I really should do it myself, but I'm always slightly, I really like... Do I use the right paint? Apparently. This seems slightly... Maybe I had a bit too much water on the brush still. I have a sneaky suspicion that I did. Oh, you troll. You been trolling me? Thou art a rat bag. I got Superior and completed last summer. They've both been 5 years or so for all the parts. Bloody hell. Why does it take them so long? Reno, you got them wrong. I did wonder. I thought maybe if I had a bit too much water on the brush. Because I was looking at it going, We might have an issue. We definitely have an issue there. Well, we do have to do some highlights, so I'll cry about that later. We do have some green highlights to put on later, so I will worry about that in the future. We're going to go to Black Legion. Oh, I see. I think Black Legion's the good one in this situation. No, Reno, dude, this is the test miniature. Absolutely fine. No need to apologize. I'm more irritated. Not that I'm irritated. I'm more irritated that I've got a bit of black on that green pad there, though. Just like, god damn it. The new setting says 8 out. What? How tall? How many layers is this print? Seems like a tall thing to print out. Solo. I would. Oh god, yeah. This is completely different paint. This is like the darkest of night in a pot. All right, let's look at this bad boy. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, baby. Like. Woo! Okay, so as I said earlier, we do have like some green highlights to paint later. What do we reckon with the old shoulder pads of Doom, though? Actually, you know what? While we've got it, these are going to get covered in steel as well. So we can make a noise into the microphone and get these painted. No, Reno. Groovy, don't you worry. I've made that mistake so many times. I should know myself. All groovy, baby. In fact, I need to print out some more of these and slap them on like those two black colors, for example, for one, and like some of the other colors, because I definitely do get confused on because I don't use them very often. I keep forgetting which one's which. And it's slightly irksome. All right. Now we got these little dangly chains in between, so we will use the Black Templar between the legs. It's about 3,500 layers. Yeah, that sounds about 8 hours. I do. Hello, how you doing today? How is? Oh God. How are you? How are you? How's it going? Threw up a couple of photos in Discord. Ugh. God, those are humongous. Holy moly, I see an even larger one. Sweet baby Jesus. Which one's the big boy? Everyone loves a good Black Templar between the legs. Yes. That's my name. It's my name on Tinder. I'm out at the moment. I'll check them when you get back in 20. Gabba, get snacks. You went to try the Arbite update. Turns out it's paid DLC. Oh, no. Everything's paid DLC these days. Absolute tragedy. You're good? Hell yes. It's not a problem. Oh, okay. Building your intercessor squad. What weaponry are you going with for those bad boys? Before we forget. Black Templar. Getting sidetracked. The Arbite look epic. How much is it? 1,000? Wait, what? By the way, we need to figure out what color we're painting these clothes. At the moment, my brain's going. Good luck, sunshine. Oh god, we gotta thread the proverbial needle between the rat boy's legs and tail to get at the chainmail swinging around between his legs. It's going to be an absolute Nora. You know what? I'm going to take the executive to not actually bother. When you see this on when you see this on Instagram, if and when I get around to taking photos of him, all right, there'll be so many photos from here, and then it'll be like from that angle, and then that angle. But his tail, so you won't be able to see that I've not painted the chainmail swinging around down there. It's in the shadow. Yeah, exactly, Lucian. Oh, the DLC? I think the difference in time is due to a reduction in layer height. Yeah, that is a major issue. Like did you say you're doing 30 microns? That is also a thing. Like the thinner the layers, the less time you need to actually cure the bad boy each layer. Pistols, blast, and assault heavy is what's on the data sheet. I like pistols. The reviews for it are low to mixed. Oh no. You need 40k, so I don't know the name of the weapons. Okay, so you get like heavy. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to answer because I also don't know. I also don't know. I mean, I know what love is. What a tune that is. Absolute banger. If you can hit the high notes. Let's have a butcher's though. What army are you doing? Ultramarines probably, because they're the best. I'm not going to sing it. I want to. I almost started. I managed to control myself. It was we came close. I could feel the do you say assault intercessors or just regular intercessors? That's an absolute banger. That is a tune. Love it. Assault heavy. Let's just have a so if we look at the intercessor squads, they have the main geezer, Jeff the intercessor. Solo, lurk away. I think the grenade launcher's the assault. Yeah. Here we go. Weapons with the assault in their profile are known as assault thingies. So that is the bolt rifle is the assault. The bolt rifle's the assault heavy weapon. The bolt pistol's your regular pistol. Grenade launcher. Okay. Been a while since I've actually built some intercessors. I need to get back to it. I need to get back on board with the old intercessors. ASAP. I could have sworn there was like a heavy bolt pistol that one of the sergeant had, but he doesn't. He just has a regular bolt pistol. Unless I'm hallucinating and thinking of something else. Right. So yes, let's get back to the old painting. All right, sunshine. We do have to look at his robes. So he's got these robes. He's got a belt, like a really fat belt on, which is kind of. What's the word I'm thinking of? Is it like, I'm thinking with this sort of type of like banner, it's like, would it be Japanese, like an ancient Japanese army? Like, do they have banners and stuff like this style? Heavy bolt pistols. Okay, I'm glad I'm not hallucinating. I thought they were a thing. I have a feeling they'll become just bolters and bolt pistols. You're gonna texture it? Texture what? What the robes? Yeah. Well, we could. It depends how they end up. I just want to get some colors on them. Truth be told, I want to get some colors on them, so we're sort of like, you know, vaguely painted, and then I can just go in and start doing all the sexy detail. The banner, it does remind me of, it's Japanese, right? Although most of the Skaven were originally Arabic inspired, the flags are very Japanese. Yeah, I mean these are sewer vermin. Just to clarify, that Highland Miniatures designs these, and these are dubbed as sewer vermin. Just to clarify, legally distinct and all that kind of good stuff that I sell on my store. Yeah, because I remember yesterday Fluent Code was saying like these guys were actually pretty bloody good stand-in for Cathay. Assault Intercessors, hey, target number 4. Assault Intercessors and some characters have heavy bolt pistols. Regular Intercessors don't need them because they have rifles. I see. Because I was looking at the... Okay. Heavy bolt pistol. Okay. Oh, he just has... The option is heavy bolt pistol, plasma pistol, or hand flamer. Obviously, sergeants always have plasma pistols, right? That's the rule. That is correct, right? Plasma pistol and ideally power fist. Unless you're going for the bonk sergeant with the Thunderhammer. It is indeed a 3D print. It is indeed. I've got some more of his friends right here. Sorry. I like this tune a lot. It's a bit of a banger. These ones do need a look. These ones I was keeping for myself, so I need to give them a little bit of a clean. They've got some isopropyl residue, but absolutely swole, ready to go. This guy's got, I don't know what the hell this is. It looks like he's got some Victorian sort of garden, not instruments, bit of architecture just jammed in his back. Hey, Fluent Kite, just talking about you. How you doing? Up to this point, the beast snaggers I've been building have been lovely. This current one attached 2 hands on flat surfaces. We have to hold them still for ages. I was pondering this sort of thing the other night. I do want to get those, you know, the sticks with the crocodile clips on. I want to get some of those, but also blue tack is a good thing. I got to focus on UEI5 core systems for a few hours at least. You must, Leroy. Get that stuff done, then you can treat yourself to, you know, buying minis and things. Balloon Kite, how you doing, dude? What's cracking? Happy Tuesday to you. They look sweet. How you find them? You wanted some since they came out. Love a bit of the snakebite-esque look. Hopefully expedites come out soon and they can go ahead to get in jungles. Ooh. Some jungle boys. How would you paint? How would you paint them? Helping hand calipers. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. I know they have a proper name. I just don't know what they are. Been a bloody day though. Yeah, is it stressful? By the way, we have been doing some painting. I wonder how my rat Oni would compare to others rat ogres. In the field of battle, that is the only way to find out. I do have like another little rat helper. Sort of smush those rat ogres along. He is like a lot smaller than this boy though. And I know we've got like bits around the neck to finish and stuff like that, but we're just currently stressing about what colors. While I stress about that, I'm gonna put some steel on here. The robes of the current situation. I want to use, instead of steel, I think I want to use exhaust manifolds because that's got a bit of brown. It's a little bit dirty. It's a little bit grimy. Packmaster. Yes, that's exactly. I don't know what these things are named. I can't remember what these things are called. Random rat boy. Red and green like a Christmas. Fluid code. Funnily enough, we have already discussed about the red and green situation. We did ponder it. And I did put some red on this bad boy in the end. Definitely going to be printing out more of those. Specifically for these two. Because as we discovered, I get confused which one's which. Back to lurking, my possible ADHD is... No, Leroy, I don't think I have that. But I've definitely got issues. Get to work. Imagine... I was going to say, imagine a sexy rat Packmaster whipping you to work. Yes. Maybe don't imagine that. So I do have gunmetal, Ray. No, what? No. I don't blame you. It's a bit weird. But I also have exhaust manifold, which is a little bit grimier. Seems a bit more in keeping for the old rat boys. Have you tried shading? Yes, I have. I have. And vice versa. Just not on this yet. Sorry, I'm doing that right into the microphone. I need to... Ow. I need to... Find a point in this room where the microphone doesn't pick up the jiggling. this. Well, we do have polished blue, but my bolt gun metal's here. Unfortunately, I think it's gone the way of the dodo. I think it has actually shuffled off this mortal coil. Ah! Look at that sexy beast. All right. Yo. There is a bit of there. Oh, hold on. All right. There might be a chance to save some of this. We're going to yeet in some technical Lamian medium, and I will give it a good old jigglification later on off camera. I feel this sort of stuff's sort of verging on, like, you know, content for OnlyFans. But you can kind of get a preview. Oh, that's what you got to check out the rest of the content on. Off here. Down it in one. Whoop. I don't know if I ever used this paint. I mean, obviously I have opened it, but I cannot remember what the hell I would have used it on. Sign up to my Patreon and watch me Vortex mix this bad boy. Yeah, I know. That's... Oh, there we go. Oh, we got movement, baby. Ah, oh, that shit. I mean, that sounds. Yeah, that should that actually looks horrific. What I'm just. This arm just moving up and down. Yeah, polished blue. I didn't get like the purple one or the green one. I forget their names, and I genuinely don't know why I have a blue one. Like I can't remember what I would have purchased it for. Like, project-wise. Anyway, I think this is actually... I have to keep this, you know, valid. I don't want to... We're going to use... We're going to use exhaust manifold today. Everything. Listen, I know that's the dream, all right? I would love... be able to just, you know, just whip it out and just use it on everything whenever I want, but it's not the situation we're in. I've still got the old metallics in the round pots though. Oh god, Lucian. When you have polished blue, everything, really? See, I think of that color and think of elves, obviously. Seems like an elfy color. You know? Don't know why. Gems and things. They like their gems, I guess. And I've never really collected Eldar, so I did start collecting them briefly and then gave up when I realized I wouldn't be able to get the finish I wanted. Maybe the weapons can be this, and then we'll go steel for the rest of the armor. It would be good for high elves. See, that's exactly what I was. I've never had high elves. I do agree with you though that it does seem like a high elfy thing. Why wouldn't you, coward? Look, all right. I wanted to do that army I can't pronounce. All on bikes. I wanted to do the Biker Mice from Mars army. And I attempted painting one of the bikes, and it was just, I did such a poor job of it put me off it entirely. I think the OG. Oh God, my mind is just. I just shouldn't read words at all. I just read Lucian. I just read that as I think the OG testes. I was like, what? Then I did a double take and reread it, and then I was okay. Yes, I didn't read the word testes. It was techless. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. Used Mike McVeigh used polished blue on the sword and heavy metal figure. Said he highlighted like 15 times. Really? Hold on. If we can. Tell me that a unit of 6th edition Ironbreakers in polished blue armor doesn't get you a little bit hard. Well, I don't know. I mean, I hadn't considered it until now. And I can't, you know, we can't get too saucy on this stream. Hard as Gromnil. How do you say that word? Is it Gromril? That doesn't sound right. How about some polished blue Necrons? Never thought about that, actually. They'd look pretty sweet. That would look pretty sweet. The Ironbreakers. These are just some random bad boys I found. I don't know whose they are. Oh! Oh my god. Hello. Hello, boys. Hard as Gromril armor. Yes. I'm just trying to imagine them in polished blue. I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, what's up, Dave? Hey, we've been painting, dude. You're just late. You're late. I'm going to publicly shame you for being late. We've done so much painting, it's been ridiculous. It's been ridiculous. We're literally on a break from painting right now. That's the situation where we are. I'll show you where we are, though. All right. All right. Hold on to your underwear. About to get painty. But we have been painting today. Promise. We just got sidetracked as usual, talking about polished blue, and so I was just looking up something. If some random can pull off purple boys, you could do polished blue. Hold on. Screen share? It wasn't. Oh, that was yesterday's post about Techless. Yeah. Listen. All right. Here we go. So, is this the one you said there was lots of polished blue? Are we talking about on his sword, Lucian? This is more normal. Listen, this is not my fault. This is not my fault. This is... getting sidetracked. Hey, Java, we were painting like half an hour into the stream, if not earlier, in fact. We were doing really well. 10 out of 10 would paint again. It's been... No, this is research. You're expecting more 2 hours? Yeah, well... What can I say? What can I say? Sometimes we like to mix it up. We like to start painting early and then do the chatting. Research. Hey, this is your polished blue chit chat. Sorry, hold on. So you saying this highlight was 15 times? Is this the picture you're talking about, Lucian? More only scans research? Oh, Const, that's the only research. That is a sweet mini. What am I missing with this? Is this is a larger scale thing, right? Like, that's a heavy bolter from a Devastator squad. Is it not? Yeah, the face is... Yeah, it is. But close... Okay, you're just gonna... Hold on. You're just gonna have to really spell it out to me. I'm squinting. Sexy. Thank you, Gabba. Thank you. Oh, you meant... Okay, fine. Now find a picture of Gary Morley. Hold on, let's go back to the sexy view. Hello there. Gabba, did you get your snacks? What? Why are you all laughing? Why are you all laughing? Absolute heathens. Oh, okay. So he was Gary Morley sculpted some classic Warhammer. Classic Warhams. Oh, really? Oh, so he just slapped his own face on? Well, wouldn't you? If you, I mean, I know I would. It would sell so many miniatures. It would sell so many miniatures, like, everything had my face on it. All right, so we're going to get back to the painting. Where were we? Come here, rat boy. He seems to have like it seems to have sort of a faceted edge. This thing. It's either warpstone or really beaten copper, brass, bronze thing. It's got a couple of plates on it. It's got a rectangular square plate there, and then it's just like this on top of it, sort of sucking out the power. Find his Blood Bowl. It was titled Deathblade. Hold on. And of course there is his best sculpt of his. The King of Kings. What's up, Don? How's it going, dude? Thank you very much. Not this Nagash. There was a previous one. No? The King of Kings, yes? Nagash defeats all. He defeats all. It's what he does. He's a legend. A legend in his own time. This death blow, get rid of that thing? What's wrong with you? Do you not like high quality miniatures? I can't wait to paint him. He's going to be great. This death blow one sounds familiar. Let me see if I remember it or get it. The unreleased sculptors. Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. Don, how's it going today, dude? Happy Tuesday to you. Hold on. I'm just got to find this image. We're going to be able to find it. That's actually a cursed video. Am I going to be able to find this picture? Oh! The unreleased sculpt is basically Gary's face. Oh! Hold on. So just throw on... There we go. Is this what we're talking about? Doing alright? Lurking and working? Hell yes. Make sure you look after yourself. It's the weather's getting hot. Lots of tea breaks. Coffee breaks. Yeah. Depends on your Google. It's all right. It's okay. Look at this. His staff is below the base. I don't feel like I've buggered up my Nagash. But we will be painting ours sometime, I think, this year. I just got to I got to commit maximum. Wait, what's wrong with his hat? What's wrong with this hat? Okay, look at this hat, and then look at the Supreme hat. Best hat, worst hat. Welcome back. Welcome back. Who sculpted the best boy? Epic Magnus the Red. God alone knows. Let me have a look. We are gonna get back to painting, I promise. Maybe. It's fully on the agenda. It is absolutely on the agenda. We've almost done too much painting. Ooh, that one. Yo, that's a sweet. Sweet sculpt. I think he needs some sculpted on nipples, though. That's what I reckon. I think that's what's missing. Some tactical nipple armor. I think that's the only thing which could be improved. This guy reminds me of the Algaroth head priest wizard guy from Warzone Eternal. I'm not familiar with that. But this one does need some he definitely needs some projecting again. What do you mean I'm projecting? Are you suggesting that some sculpted on majestic nipples would not be would not improve this miniature? I reckon it would. What can I say? All right, I'm just going to Google one more thing. Oh, help. Wait. What's it called? La, da, 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 da. Hold on. I'm trying to. I've got no idea. Like Warzone, I'm not familiar with. I do apologize. So like, I'm not 100. Did he have majestic nipples? Remember, folks, research. This is the problem. Once you start researching, there's always something else to look at. Always something. You never stop. Right. Where's my rat boy? Okay, so what I was trying to say before was this spherical or semi-spherical. No, that's the wrong word. It's like a faceted ball. It's either metallic or it's weird stone and glowy green. That's something we need to paint. He's got robes on. What color robes are we going with? We're going with very dark. We're going to go a little highlight, a little brushed, tiny bit of metal on here, but mostly black. The robes, we need a rope. Is white? Would white be too powerful? No, I'm not familiar. Dark magenta. Don't talk to me about magenta. It's too tempting all the time. It calls to me. It calls to me. I mean, magenta is always... The thing is, like, I have an order ready to go from Element Games. Right there. And in it is fuchsia. I've got a fuchsia waiting. Dark magenta could work. Wink. I keep forgetting about that alternate Nagash. And you know, honestly, I'm glad we have the superior one. Like, this hat is pathetic in comparison. I don't know if this was an aftermarket conversion, but this hat situation is a goddamn catastrophe. That's all there is to it. And he's got some weird, dodgy haircut. Very substandard. Warzone was an excellent setting that sadly came at the wrong time. Yeah, as I said, I'm not familiar with it. Unfortunately. Oh, here we go. All right. I've Googled. Well, hold on. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate it for Googling. Googlification. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. He also has a pretty sweet hat on. His face is also very interesting. And he's got the purple robes of awesomeness. I see that. In Age of Sigmar, Nagash got beat up by cow elves and turned to dust. Yeah, that's because of it. That's problem is, Gab, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Age of Sigmar weakened Nagash's awesome powers. He should have stayed in the old world. They should have brought in some new dodgy undead geezer instead of Nagash. Embarrassing. He should feel maximum amounts of shame. So should Warhammer. Well, I do agree. Like I do like struggle with like the Age of Sigmar in general. Like, that sweet banner. And look at this geezer. Arkan the Black in this. This is 1 minute, right? I mean, look at that bloody banner. Oh, so good. Always on shelf. This is true. He's pretty much the most powerful bad guy in war. Is he like full-on magical, like wizard? Or does he have weaponry as well? I saw he had a couple of daggers or blades around his waist. If you just pretend the Age of Sigmar never happened, everyone is happy. I do generally like, which is why it turns out the only things I like in Age of Sigmar are basically things which were in the old world, or like Warhammer Fantasy. Basically it. Who? What? Just ignore the end times. I just focus on more time and leave it at that. I am. That's my happy place. More time, where a massive meteor crashed. I was a space wizard. Messes with people's heads. Bloody space wizards. I think he was able to mind control. I like the idea of that. I mean, technically, we still don't know what happened to Giles and Abarash. When you say also hold on, folks. What color are we painting these robes? Before we get even more sidetracked, we got to get a wiggle on before I get completely sidetracked with even more chat. I was going to paint this dark grey or black and then attempt some dodgy rune nonsense, this thing. But I reckon we could potentially go green. You reckon green for this and then parchment for this? I would like your opinions, please. Thank you very much. The end times is fine. It just needs to finish before the time that everything ends. Well, that's why I like more time, because it was 500 years before the end time. And, you know, we never actually get to the end time happening. Or something like that. Just paint it grey or brown because it's a rat and lives in dirt. Listen, this guy holds himself to higher standards, alright? He holds himself to higher standards, and he is not going to get put down by... Oh, crap. What the hell does Ratman... What the hell do the Skaven call humans? He's not going to let himself be put down by a human. The Green Knight was Giles. Man-Things, thank you very much. Welcome to my knowledge, or lack of knowledge. Was Giles Le Breton. Abarash was the founder of the... Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you. Of the Blood Knights, who best the vampiric curse by slaying a dragon and eating its heart. Well, wouldn't you eat a dragon's heart if you hypothetically nuked one? If you nuked a dragon, you would be all over that heart. Just in case it gave you weird powers, right? He's a fashion rat. Some of them are just born different. They just have to be like, listen, I'm going to lead all you lesser rats to looking better and holding yourselves to higher standards. Follow me. That sounds like some marketing ploy. Which bit sounds like a marketing ploy? Some Del Boy got hands on shipment of Dragon. You imagine? All right. Okay. Right, let's look at some colors instead of just chatting all the time. Oh. We got a couple of colors. He's literally the most badass vampire in Warhammer. Because like, this is the thing, right? I got the Undead book and sort of never really got the vampire book which came after it. Like that's where like the undead faction stops for me. It's like at the undead book. Like, I never really got into the vampire side of things. I do have. I do. I think I've got the right miniature here. Is this the vampire horsey? No, I don't think he is. I think he's some other bloke. I have printed out a Blood Knight somewhere. Or something similar, at least. Alright. I have printed him out. That's a bear. There he is. God, Sonny Jim. Where have you gone? Alright. So we got a bloke with a... I printed out a couple of them. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, lads, this can cure all your vampiric woes. Can you imagine? Are we ignoring Vlad? Vlad was cool AF, but no way near as cool as Abarash. Vlad Pie, best pie. Hold on. Hold on. We are not getting sidetracked. You like Conrad? We're absolutely not sidetracked. Okay. I'm just reminding myself about Abarash, the Lord of Blood and the founder of the Blood Dragons. Dragonslayer, Scourge the Greenskins, the Blade Immortal, the Lord of Blood, the Great Dragon, the Red Dragon, Abarash the Great, Abarash the Wanderer, and Abarash the Master. He is a trueborn vampire and a vampire lord who is the founder and the most legendary of all blood dragons, the infamous bloodline of vampiric knights known for its martial prowess. What's his mini look like? I assume he has one, right? I assume he has one. Does he not? What's going on? This is an absolute tragedy. Where's his face at? Never had one? What an absolute tragedy. That's terrible. Why did they not get around to doing one? You wonder. The Red Duke. I do remember that name, and I'm pretty sure I remember the miniature as well. Let me have a little butcherino. I definitely remember the name. Yes, I do remember the mini. I do remember the name. Cursed horse legs. Those bloody horse legs. What's up? Shot by HA. How's it going? Happy Tuesday to you. I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. I always repeat myself. Not always, but sometimes. Very irritating. Fluenco, because they already had tons of badass vampires without some dragon heart-eating nerd. What are we painting? We're painting a rat boy. We're painting a rat boy. I'm just pondering what color to paint his robes. So these bits in white are basically the bits we haven't painted yet. Unsurprisingly, obviously. But like the robes around his torso and stuff, we need to paint. Now, Purple? Yeah. Got Sigvald Burgundy. That would be like a dark red. Or sexy pink. Purple. He's a vampire. Why not? Wait, hold on. This is a rat. This is a rat. Hold on. Why not mix a little? Yeah, no. We're talking about this rat boy. He's definitely a rat boy. It's not a vampire. However, we do have a couple of vampires to paint. Who was the vampire that turned to a chaos in the end times? Exactly, Gabba. Yeah. Oh, he's a rat vampire? Well, he could be. That wasn't my intention, but I mean, I suppose he could be. You reckon you would get a rat vampire? I mean, my brain says I don't. Is there anything particularly weird about Skaven which mean they can't be turned into vampires? We need some vampire knowledge on this. Burgundy, then. I don't know if I've ever used this paint. I don't know if I've ever used it. I'm just going to have a quick look on the old Tile of Doom. See what it generally looks like. Oh yeah! It's quite... I think there's some purple in here. Yeah, there's definitely some purple in there. With a name like Burgundy. Wallach Harkon. I doubt a vampire would want to buy the Skaven. Is that because... Are you saying vampires are are they basically chicken? Are they scared of the... Are they scared of the rat boys? Turn to cornflakes. Oh! Hey, Jimmy. Oh, no. Wait, isn't there not... I think there's supposed to be something dodgy appearing. Dude, thank you so much. That bloody AI thing. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation. Oh! Dude, and the resub. Bloody hell. Where's the button I got to smash? The button, that is. How the devil are you today? Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. But actually, it's my birthday tomorrow. I get old. Today I'm still young. Tomorrow I'm old. Apparently. But I don't know if I'm streaming yet. We're just going out shopping. Oh, shopping. Actually just going out for a bit of a wander, really, tomorrow. Get some of the fabled fresh air. Omega? Araman's curse? I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. I reckon, yeah, we can give this colour a go. How you doing, dude? How is... Happy early birthday. Thank you very much. I think we'll give this colour a go and see what happens. It might be the worst thing in the world, but I think this colour's a little bit too weak. Lots of tidying and sorting to do today. I need to do that, but Jimmy, I've been grumbling about. What's your how do you find Every, the delivery company? Fresh air, bunch of cokes. Wait, what? I thought that was Jimmy saying. Take that for a second. I thought, what? Things are going differently today. Maybe a pie? Or... Yeah, I think Majos Purple is too weak. Just not quite as powerful. Every day getting more back on form with things. I've cleaned out your 3D print shed. Hell yes. Hell yes. They're okay, we use it for returns, but otherwise we don't use it. Yeah, it's absolute disaster. There was no music. There's no music on YouTube? There should be. I've been... Yo, you mean Are you serious? There's no music on YouTube? I could have been playing banging beat. Problem is the microphone picks up the banging beats. And then the YouTube algorithm will be like, yo, naughty, naughty, very naughty. Jimmy, we have looked at the horrible old. Thankfully, the Nagash, which I'm glad didn't get released. We've been looking at this dodgy one. Sweet buttery Jesus. Don, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. I'm slightly concerned about something. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you so much. It's the bribe. That's literally, yes, we literally bribe people. You know, bribing always helps, doesn't it? Thank you, thank you so much. Let me locate the old tickle button. Smash that a bunch. That is... What the hell was I talking about? Every. Terrible company. I found every to be entirely depends on your local driver. The one for your house is great. The one for my brother will basically yeet a parcel over the house to avoid knocking on the door. Yeah, we had one good one, but the current one I think just does drive-bys. And say, oh yeah, we were totally there, but you can see on the GPS. We even tried to press the button. Right. Sorry. Where were we? Completely sidetracked. One? Yes. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, thank you so much. Jimmy, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you so much for the donation. Levels Detail, thank you so much for gifting subs to Mort, Dunbrass, Beyond the Box Art, Aspen Devotion, and indeed Zombella Effects. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. We were just about to attempt to give this a go. Bit of purple. Purple and green. Burgundy and green on this little rat boy. I'm still not sure about the color of this. I think we might do glowing green runes on this bit here, or maybe a big glowing green rune up there. I don't think that would work on a purple banner, though. I think we'll just go with, like, parchment color. Maybe. No, Jimmy, we don't. No. I can't. You know very well I can't do. I'll leave that to you. I leave that to you and talented people who aren't me. I attempt it every so often and realize why I keep giving up on it. It's just a complete and utter disaster for me. Just one day I will dedicate several months to it and maybe get good. But that day is not this day. Right, little rat boy. What was that game I saw you? Obviously, I saw you on Hunt Showdown. But you played some other game with a number in it. There's like 4 letters and a number. Something 9 or like Unit 9 or something. That's the only word I can think of, actually. It has 4 letters in right now. I do apologise, I'm actually concentrating at the moment. Okay. Now we don't have to concentrate. What's YouTube done? What just happened? You know what I hate? You know what I hate? The fact that I read chat in a blended thing, and the bot doesn't tell me that the hype train was going on. I could have hyped it up even more. I did wonder, but I just like completely neglect. Just like, oh, I don't know. What, YouTube just changed something though? What happened on YouTube? Are we still live on YouTube? Yes. We are still live on YouTube, for our sins. So I probably shouldn't say that out loud, should I? Lies? Wait, what, are you saying I wasn't concentrating? How dare you? How dare you? We always concentrate on this stream. Nothing but pure concentration and nothing else. Get away from this view. In fact, I prefer this one in general. Right. Hmm. You know what? Maybe we should have left it white. Oh, white and purple robes would have been the robes I've always wanted to do. Or white and purple armor at least. Yo, Rat Boy in purple armor with some white robes. Oh. That could have been rather... That is... We're supposed to be doing that scheme for our custodies if we ever get around to buying it. June. Sorry, folks. Any consolation, I can also barely see what I'm painting. Okay. Contrast paint is not enjoying this heat. All right, rat boy. Okay, so give this paint a bit of a jiggle. That's what state of my coffee. Did I nuke it? At 7:30 as well. We have done so much painting on stream today. It's been almost ridiculous. Verging on obscene. This belt situation around his midriff. I think we're going to have to paint it purple because it looks like we've already painted the actual stuff. Like those, I think these bits of belt should have been another color, come to think of it. I reckon, you know what we should have done? If we're going with the purple, I reckon we should have gone white belt. Purple robes, white belt. Belty bit. I don't know. But that's what it's only a test mini. It's alright. It's not the end of the world. He can be a bit dodge. I'm still pondering this banner situation, though. Banner situation is slightly concerning. Want of a better word. All right, Sonny Jim. Bugger. Is it me, or is he now looking like is it the Green Goblin? I always get confused which one's which. I mean, now we are going to have to paint the belt. Yeah, there's definitely a mistake to paint the belt purple, but such is life. He's Storm Vermin? Yes. Clan Verminus. Well, he's like a warlord type naughty boy. I'm not entirely sure what he is. Yeah. Just a bit of a test scheme, really. I just thought we could. I was originally considering doing orange armor. Something like. I was considering doing something like this. That picture looks really squashed. There we go. That's better. Unfortunately, the orange paint I wanted to use was in the post, and it didn't arrive. So we had to change our mind at the last minute and went with saucy green armor instead. Yes, Jimmy, of course you can. Ragnar, hello. The one on the bottom left is not a goblin. Say about that, Ragnar. But hello there. Happy Tuesday to you. Oh, God. I didn't realize you were going to send a filthy link. My gosh. Ah, there we go. Thank you very much, dude. I'll bring that up on screen. You love a saucy? I love the saucy green as well. I do like a saucy green. I can't help it. Basically all based around the fact that bilious green is the best. Where are we? I constantly have to talk myself out of painting every faction for every wargame green. There's nothing. Well, you can do it. It is allowed. It is allowed. You can paint everything delicious green if you wish. Even potentially Dark Angels. I mean, might send you to sleep. But, I mean, that is an option. Warlord banner is on there, and you can use that for inspo. I want something basically a moron can paint. That's what I'm looking for, Jimmy. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. Yeah, all the triangles, they can bugger off. I mean, this. Oh, hello. This is like also beyond my capabilities. However, we can make some random squiggles and pretend it's all like, oh no. Even though you have fancy armor and some fancy clothes on, the state of your banner, mate, is an absolute tragedy. You evidently had some new artist rat painting your banner for some reason. You spent all your money on fancy clothes. You didn't get a fancy banner, you frickin' lunatic. No, I'm just talking about the colors of green and purple. It's very like Green Goblin, right? Or the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin, right? From Spider-Man. Green and orange. Orange and grey is very... I do want to do an orange army of some variety. Whether I do it Skaven or... I don't know. No, Jimmy, seriously. I'm inept. I haven't had enough tea to drink today. That's probably the problem. Don't do it. You might get a feel for a real chapter. Listen, I'm already got a feel for a real chapter. Ultramarines. Then we got the Imperial Fists and Black Templars supporting them. Then we got Black... no, that's not their name. Blood Angels. And Space Wolves after them. Right? Do some easy triangles around the edges and a rat face silhouette in the middle. Well, all I can say is today is not the day teddy bears are having their picnic. We will not be attempting that on today's stream. Anyway, that was never the plan. I do want to give it a go. I'm not backing out of it fully, but I'm just not doing it on today's stream. Green Goblin Devastator Kawasaki. Yes. Look at my face is like complete. Like those are. Yeah, it is indeed green. That's because it's an excuse to highlight with the Supreme Green. Bilious Bad Boy Green. That's awesome because Princess is all about orange. Green and purple. Orange Mechanicus. I've seen an Orange Mechanicus before. It is pretty saucy. I do like it. Jimmy, I like what you did with those. Those tentacles. Are those tentacles? Have you given my badger tentacles? That's fantastic. Damn it, we might need to get some auxiliary tentacle. Some flappy tentacle action going on. Is bilious green not the same as... No, Jimmy. What's wrong with you? Look. I don't know if you said that to wind me up. I think you did. Here is Moot Green in all its pathetic colour. All right? People like it. They think it's the best. They're wrong. It is a nice colour. Okay? It's not supreme. You're liking the wood base? I've had a lot of people coming into stream today. Hashtag appreciating my wood. God bless you. Thank you very much. Compared to the power and mighty of the bilious green, Jimmy, look at that. Completely different colours. %, the reason you sub to Loopy. I do have a Thonian Camel Shade, yes. And I do call it Camel Shade because it makes me chuckle. Can you get a pick? What were you wanting a pick of, Ragnar? Their view is moot. Their view is moot, yes. Moot is... No, just always... always go hard. That's what I say. That's... Jesus Christ. Bilious looks... Because it is best. That's why. Bilious is best. That's all there is to it. He's got wood, needs sheep. Oh, do you want the... Are you looking for this? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I must be getting tired. It's the second time I've misread your sentences today, Lucian. I read that as... I do apologise, slightly. Have you used the ginger counter? I would say... I like the idea of that, though. God. I like the idea of that. That is a fantastic. I will have to save that. The old Linkaroony right there. That image. I type that as nanas instead of banners. It's the OG banners from the 3rd edition Skaven. Well, we were talking about the undead banners from the 4th edition, basically 3rd edition, and how bloody awesome they are. Everyone wants goblins. You already got goblins? Where's the I need we need to find do you have an undead one version of that? For the was it 4th edition? I have heard of the Ginger Festival. I have heard of it, yes. Well, thank you very much for that link. When do you when is this Ginger Festival held? Surely not during the summer. But that's Orcs and Goblins. Also absolutely bloody majestic. By the way, I have been pondering. Like, do you remember in the good old days in 40k when the Orcs used to live in sort of stucco houses with doors? Stucco, is that the right word? Yeah? I would like to make some of that scenery. I love lamp. Gorgfang's banner. Undead. Woo! Cheers. Hold on. We copy this link. Copy Linkaroonie. The damned. We are the damned. I need this one. I mean, this would almost tempted, just like a random tattoo. just one of these in proper old style. That style is so different. Current stuff is a bit less atmospheric. I mean, this is so awesome. November 5th. Wait, hold on. November the 5th? Really? Arkan the Black's banner? I always liked the zombie banner. That was very cool. Apparently, oh bloody hell. I was thinking for a second, I was going, is that when they burn the witches or something? That's like, what? Where? Oh, where? Oh, hello. Having a very quick look. Yeah. I was hoping to find a picture of it, but I can't rapidly... An entire festival and not a soul in sight. Oh dear, oh dear. Like this one in particular, the zombie banner, I always thought was awesome. We Are the Damned, also very cool. They had some really sweet banners. I would like... What I would like to do is get a couple of bevies and then turn those tin cans or aluminium or whatever the hell they're made and make attempt some banners. Banner painting. Some old-fashioned banner painting. One day. There's Krell, Lord of the Undead. What an epic pose. And there's old Heinrich Kemmler just flashing some people. Just flashing all sorts of skin at them. It's very charming. 3rd edition was. It really was. Yeah. Selling his watches. Absolutely. I mean, he's got right on his sort of crotchal region. There's someone's face with an open mouth, just like either that's a hole or I don't even want to speculate. You think Crow was by Morley? Could well be. I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge. As well as Kemmler. Oh, really? I really wish. I'm very sad I can't find my Undead book. I'm really frustrated by the fact that I know I had it, and I know I didn't throw it away, but I don't know where it's been put. I'm really frustrated by that. I think I have it, like I have a, because obviously we've still got, you know, the best purple in the world. We bought that to put on old Dewberry Firkins himself. So our rat boy, I think we're going to do glowy green. You know, I think we're going to do that as copper or like something like that on that. On the actual, or bronze, and same with the bronze handle there. We haven't painted his stupid rat tail. Or actually, like, I can't tell if that's supposed to be armor. I can't quite tell if that's armor or fabric. It does have a slight lip around the edge, which makes me believe it's kind of, you know, like armor. Ozzle? Ozzle? Warpstone glow between the boards. Yeah, I was actually going to put like a warpstone, you know, whoop, block chunk hanging out of there, so we could do some Ozzle. Yeah, I reckon it's. You reckon it's armor? Because he's got this great big. I mean, I think I'm 99% sure this is a belt. Because there's like definitely like it's a raised thing which wraps around his waist and sort of gets sort of something done to it here. That's why I think that is a belt. Although there is a bit of a lip there as well. Sorry, you can't see it there. I'm just like a bit conflicted. I think we'll just paint it green and not take a picture of it. Won't take a picture of it, so no one will ever know, except for people watching this stream live. Aren't you lucky? Dumbros, hello. Thank you very much for thanking Levels of Detail for the old gifted sub. Appreciate it. Happy Tuesday to you. We all know the truth. What truth is that? Oh, he's got a pouch there as well. Okay, we're painting out. There's this little bit here. All right, I have a. Okay. All right, Sonny Jim. Yeah, I reckon we're going to do copper or bronze around there as well. That pipe could be something else, though. Same there. This pouch needs some attention. This thing here will be bronze as well. Bronze, 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 and then this pouch. This can be. Oh, I don't know what that can be. A headache. That you're a painting legend. If only. If only. Also, that's rich coming from you. I saw that bird you painted the other day. Dude, that thing was awesome. Don't know what magical powers you used to paint it, but hot stuff. I really liked it. You mean you're not? I'm not a painting legend. No, absolutely not. Which I was. Actually, no. You know what? Then there'd be stress. Paint like a. I'm not really happy with this skin. It's all kind of a bit weird. I'm concerned he's actually starting to look like Shredder now for some reason. Let's get some... I wanted to put some pink in his tail. Oh god. So to speak. I don't know if we're going to be able to achieve... Well, we can always achieve it. Smack some of this in there. Bit too watery, ladies and jelly spoons. Yeah, it's misbehaving. I do like the idea of the green glow between the floorboards. Master Splinter? Maybe. I don't know. Shredder was the leader of... Oh, bloody hell. Was. What a noob. I should have been... Why did I get that wrong? Why did I get that wrong? Oh, yeah. I still can't make my mind up what color, base color to paint this. I'm embarrassed. It is embarrassing. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. It just feels terrible. Hopefully one day I'll be able to redeem myself. But it won't be this day. So this tail is not going to stay this color, by the way. Just so you know, we'll pinkify it a little bit. But we just wanted to have paint on it. Dude, have a good one. Hopefully save your OBS from fiendish updates. It's ridiculous. Like some updates just a complete disaster. Good luck though. Have a wonderful stream. Get all the painting done. I will try and work off the embarrassment of getting the incorrect name for Splinter. And I try not to think about it too much. Centurious is getting oh really? Sergeant Centurious getting some paint on him today. That's a fantastic thing. Good luck. Enjoy it. Have fun. And all the good stuff. And don't forget to buy yourself an extra White Dwarf magazine for the privilege of being able to paint him. You're nervous? It is an iconic. Zero pressure. It's not like you're painting the iconic miniature of Nagash, though, so you do have, you don't have to feel quite so stressed. But I do understand. I do understand. It's an iconic mini. And you're going to do a great job of it. No, I am behaving. I always behave. But you will do. You are going to do a great job of it. Yeah, so we are going excuse me. We'll do that like coppery color and that little bit there. Like a green. That green tube could be like greenish, I suppose. I mean, I'm imagining it green. Glowy. Bronze handles. We haven't painted his toenails yet. If we do a green banner, then we can't really do a green glowy stuff over it, like sigils and things. I'm worrying about that when we'll get to it. So, but these things here, we could do just parchment, I suppose. Have a good one, dude. I'm just ignoring that previous sentence. Also, the fact that the wet palette has actually merged some paints together because it's condensed, completely misbehaved. I'm gonna have to wick away some paint so that we can actually painting using the wet palette rather than worrying about it. A little is quite a bit of. What color was that I used? Oh, it was burnt red. Oh well, we'll continue to use it. Then we can work on some other colors. I think it's probably a good starting point for some fleshy pink. Skin. But I'll probably have to worry about that later. Like, it is now 8 o'clock, obviously. So I reckon we've got a pretty good foundation for putting all the colors on. Obviously, this is all going to be metallic, as will that be. And then these pointy bits up here are going to be metallic as well. This is going to be a color, probably parchment, which will give us some other color, but it'll give us a bit of room for some weird sigil things. I mean, this could be parchment as well. The only issue is I'm just concerned about there's going to be too much brownish, beigeish, parchmenty colors going on, along with the floorboards. Even though I do like the idea of some Ozzle, some cursed Ozzle coming through. Have to look at some stuff for that in the future. Not today. Floorboard needs a little bit more. It needs some tarting up because the paint has attacked it a little bit. We will worry about that in the future. but not today's future. This purple definitely needs a little bit of work. We do have lich purple, which we will, or leash, as I like to call it. Purple, which we will probably bring on. Cart him up a little bit. Can you see right there? There's a little bit of paint which needs to go on there. Like so. Burnt red. Yeah, I think we can. We do have a bit of Fulgrim pink. Slightly concerned about making it almost too pink, but pink horror. And that's pretty bubblegum pink. I mean, that would probably be a better shade color, and then we can highlight up to some. Do I have flayed one? I got Rakarth flesh and I could have sworn I had flayed flesh, or whatever that color's called. These colors might. That's probably a bit too pale, but we can make something work. Doing some jigglification of paints. However, I'm glad we've made some progress. I'm going to hunt that other color down because I desperately. And we've got. We made some progress. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, if we stream tomorrow, we will probably return to this. Hopefully by then I might have made my decision on what color to do this. I don't know. Can't 100% guarantee I'm streaming tomorrow. Certainly not at the 4 o'clock time. And I don't believe it will be on YouTube. It will definitely be a Twitch only stream. It's definitely not going to be at 4 o'clock because I'm going to be out doing sort of birthday things, well, having lunch with the family, or with the parents, and going for a nice walk, assuming the weather's going to behave itself. Who knows if it will? I certainly don't. But we'll find out. We've got an advert starting in a few minutes as well. So I'm going to prepare to do the things. I'd like to say thank you very much for the follows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the bitties, and thank you very much for the raid. Thank you so much for the donation and the gifted subs. I completely missed the fact that it was a hype train because the chat thing didn't say there was one. I've got to stop using that chat and use regular chat. Don, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. We're going to go and raid Chewy. Not entirely sure what he's painting. He had, hold on, let me have a quick look. Well, he's doing what I do, painting off camera at the moment. He's painting some of the Warhammer Grand Cathay models. He's painting an ogre right now. So that's who we're going to raid. We do have a sub command. I mean, a raid command. If you are able to paste it, that's a great thing. You might have seen his paints on Warhammer Community. Painted some lovely stuff from the new cafe range. So we're going to see him paint some more. Copy and paste the one which is relevant to you if you're here on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, we're going to be only have a look at Chewy_painting on Twitch. And yeah, I think his Instagram is also the same. So do make sure that you are following all that kind of good stuff. So much painting. We've done lots of painting today. We might do more painting tomorrow, but it won't be at 4 o'clock UK time. It will be a Twitch only stream, I'm afraid. YouTube folks. But thank you so much for the donations, the bits and the subs. I look forward to seeing you most likely tomorrow evening. I just don't know what time it is. Check my Discord. Yes, check the Discord if I can find the cursed button. Check the Discord. I will post it into chat when I stream tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. You've all been great. Look after yourselves. Let's get this raid underway once I've figured out what's going on. Thank you. And goodbye. Yes, the raid is underway.